Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with my manga log and haul for January. It is February now. Listen, we are through January, which was an eternity in and of itself. So like, I'm happy to be here. This year we're starting the new format for manga log and hauls a little bit. I mean, it's the same format, but like I actually have data and I have stats for you. So that's exciting. But first things first, let's like talk about what I read in the month of January. I feel like I did pretty good last month. I didn't read quite as much as I wanted to. I'm shooting for 200 volumes this year, which is 16 a month, 16 to 17 a month, give or take. I only read 13, so let's dive into the stats. So yeah, I read 13 volumes last month for 2,562 pages. My average rating was a 4. I acquired 37 new volumes of manga. And I started one series, I think. That might be wrong. I read 8 manga physically and 5 digitally, although I do own them physically because the Viz Media app. And then for our audience breakdown, I had 5 shonen titles, 5 shojo titles, 1 seinen, and 2 josei titles. You know, now let's talk about all the manga I did read before we get to that haul. First up, I did indeed catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen, at least as far as physical releases are concerned. I read volumes 17 through 21. I enjoyed all of these from a 4.5 to a 4-star rating. Like, they all kind of just hovered in there. This is definitely one of my favorite ongoing shonen titles. I have been reading it on the Viz Media app, so these are my 5 digitals because I read them all on the Viz Media app. And I am planning to read the chapters that are released and get up to date because I need to know. I've already been spoiled and I gotta know. I have to know. But also, I just want more shojo. Like, I'm entering my, like, yes, I love my Gojo, but I kind of want more of him too. So we're gonna keep reading. I'm in the middle of the Calling Games arc, if you're familiar, you know. But yeah, so I'm officially caught up to what is available in the States physically, which is great because I don't think we need another volume for like another month or two. So I'm excited about that. I don't have a ton of thoughts. There's a blog where I read all of these and get caught up if you're curious. Next, I read volumes 1 through 5 of Rose and Blood because I was deciding if I wanted to keep that series or trade it in. I traded it in because these volumes were from a 4 to, so volume 1 was a 4 for me. I really enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars. Volumes 2 through 3, 2, 3, and 4. Then volumes 2 through 4 were a 3-star. And then volume 5, the final volume, was a 5-star for me. And Rose and Blood was a weird shoujo in my opinion. I think it needed a few more volumes of development, personally, to like really get that story going. I think that was part of the issue with it. I also think like the art was pretty, but the story didn't make a lot of sense. Again, it just needed more. It was a series that as I read it, I was like, I'm never gonna revisit this. I don't enjoy it enough. I felt like we got like drips of a like overarching story in each volume, but I still didn't feel like I got enough for the final volume to feel satisfactory. I just know for me at the end of the day this did not work, so I happily took it to McKays and traded it in. So if you're in Nashville and you see Rose and Blood, one of the sets is mine and one of the sets is Shay's because we both actually decided to trade it in. But yeah, I didn't hate it by any means. It just was one of those mangas that I read and was like, I'm not gonna revisit this. Do I want it on my shelf forever? It would just sit here until I needed space and then I would trade it in anyways, so why not? So why keep it? I'm trying to be decisive on the things I do want to keep. Next, I read a new steamship title, which is My Boss is a Giant. He manages my every need with enormous skill. It's this cover. I read this because Shay bought it, and of course I was like, I'm reading this immediately. I have to. So I read it. I now need a copy for my shelf, so expect it in a haul in the future. But this was so freaking fun. Oh my goodness, I really enjoyed this. I think this was one of those ones that for me was just like a nice surprise. I didn't know a lot about it. I'd seen the cover and I was left like really excited basically for it because we follow a really cute heroine who ends up with a crush on this really tall guy at work and he has a crush on her and they just kind of end up dating. It's like workplace crushy feelings, and it also was like really hot in like fun ways. I love Fire in His Fingertips, but like it gave me like Fire in His Fingertips with the less questionable stuff, I feel like. Or what is the other one? That's like the closest comparison I think I have, although Fire in His Fingertips is not workplace. But yeah, it gave me like similar to that. Like there's ghost peen in this and stuff, but it's pretty smutty. So that's a good time. And it also just honestly overall had a really cute and fun story. It's pretty quick to read. It didn't have like too much to it at the end of the day. And I was happy that it was just kind of like a bind up of like the complete series. It is one that in my opinion does well being read through as a whole versus if it was split up into volumes released over like 2 months or something. Then my final two things I read Ladies on Top Volume 5. Hold on. This is our second to last volume of Ladies on Top. Volume 5 was good. I gave it like a 4, 3.5, 4. It's somewhere in there. I'm nervous that we have one more volume left and I do not feel like we are in a place where I'm ready for them to be done or that I'm fully satisfied yet with where we're at. I did enjoy this volume overall though. It had some really fun elements. It was overall enjoyable and a good time. I've really enjoyed this series a lot, but something's missing still a little bit for me. So I'm wondering if 6 will wrap it up in a way that I'm happy or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure exactly what's missing, but something is missing for me a little bit here at this point when I know what the volume 6 cover looks like, because I don't feel like we're there yet as a couple here for them, but what do I know? And then I did read my favorite twisted little messed up pair, and that is Yakuza Fiancé Volume 6. I love them. I loved Volume 6. I need 7 immediately. Like, I am obsessed with this book series. It's like all of my favorite things happening. So like, I mean, he's wild for her and he would do anything for her. And she'll walk him like a dog. And she does. There's a great moment of silent treatment in this one that was spectacular. His reaction to it was also like equally spectacular. Like, it was so fun. So I just overall had a blast reading this. And I think it was so much fun. Continuing the story, we dealt with some of her childhood friends' crush situation, we'll call it, and just a lot of good times. A lot of good times to be had in here. I'm so sad we have to wait, but this was like a 5-star. That was the 13 volumes I read. I know that wasn't like extensive knowledge on them, but truly, I mean, most of the 13 was me reading 10 volumes from 2 series. There's that. I'm excited. I've got like some interesting reading plans coming in February for manga. I'm going to be starting a volume 1 blog here, so get ready. That's coming in March, and I'm hopefully going to read 20 to 25 volume 1s. Fingers crossed. I got to catch myself up because I'm already behind for the year on my goal. I'm going to throw it to past me doing a book haul for you with all of the things I bought. Hello, future watchers. I'm filming this like right after Shay left because there's so many books and all I want to do is put my manga away, and I can't do that until I film the haul because then I got to come back out. So we're doing the haul. These are approximately grouped with the place I bought them. So you're going to see a lot of manga right now. This is not a normal haul for me, but with Shay in town, she was nice enough to let me get some things with her discount at Barnes and also gifted me some things. So let's kick this off with the gift pile because we got a lot here. First up, she did buy me Nina and the Starry Bride 1 and 2 when we went to Barnes & Noble because that is one of my all-time favorite fantasy romances. She also gifted me Midnight Rain. This is like a combined birthday Christmas haul of gifts. We just have been bad about sending packages. The Great Snakes Bride Volume 2, which I'm really excited for. Also another one I'm pumped for, which is We Can't Do Plain Love Volume 2. Sailor Moon Volume 4. And Full Metal Alchemist Volume 15. I'm officially down to like 2 volumes of the hardcovers, and that's honestly really exciting. Talk about Half Price Books. I only bought 1 book there, and that was Liquor and Cigarettes. This is a standalone BL. We have a bisexual character in here, so of course I'm in. But also on top of that, this was like $6.50, so I just figured I'd get it and read it. It's got a little bit of yellowing, but it's not too bad. The pages are pretty crisp and clean, so I'm happy to get it for $6.50 and give it a whirl. We'll see what I think when I read it here, probably sooner than later. Then we have Books A Million. I only bought 3 things at Books A Million because obviously when Shay's here, we're at Barnes & Noble more, but she doesn't have Books A Million in Utah, and sometimes the Books A Million here will have like surprisingly good selections of things that the Barnes doesn't have. Cinderella's Closet 2, which I couldn't find to any of the Barnes & Noble by me, so picked it up there. And thank you to Bazaar. He let me use his Books A Million discount code because I don't have one right now, and I don't go there enough to justify it, but I really appreciated it. I also got Cherry Magic Volume 6 because I could not find 6 at my local Barnes. And I also picked up Cursed Princess Club, a webtoon that's now being published physically for $6. I bought this for my bestie, but she already owns it, so I just now have it to read. that's life, right? Next up, we did go to McKays and we did big trade-ins. I had 2.5 totes worth of trade-ins, like those collapsible totes, and they took most of it. I would say I came out with less than half a tote worth that they wouldn't take, and some of that was just like my indies that'll go up on Pango at some point. Either way, I am not counting this against my budget for the month in any capacity. We will say that as well. Like, my trade money doesn't count against me, and that means that I was able to pick up quite a bit at McKays guilt-free, which is so nice. And I was really surprised by what I found. So if you go to the McKays in Nashville and you find some things in the manga section, they might have been things I traded in, because I didn't document it on haul in any capacity. But I did pick up I Think Our Son Is Gay volumes 1 and 2. This series has been on my list for a while, so I'm really excited to have the first 2 volumes to read. I know it's like complete at 5, I think, so I should be able to pick those up pretty easily. Next, we have another big series pickup. I got 5 of them. So I got volumes 4 through 8 of A Man and His Cat at McKay's. This was such a fun find. I was so happy to find it. I'm a little peeved at the printing error where they forgot the volume number on 5, but it's fine. It is what it is. Anyways, I was really excited to find this series. This is a series I've been wanting to read, but also at $15 a volume. It's a little expensive, you know, for a manga, but worth it, I think. We'll see. I have more of this coming in a haul in a minute. But yeah, I was just so pumped to find 4 through 8. Like, that felt like a good deal. These also were really well priced at McKay's. Next, I also picked up Like a Butterfly, Volume 1. I've been curious about this series. I don't know much about it. I know Shay enjoyed it. I thought it looked cute. Why not grab it? Next, I have The Vampire and His Pleasant Companions, Volume 2. I have Volume 1. I read it. I enjoyed it. This series is on indefinite hiatus. So, for me, I would rather pick these up used and read Volume 2, and then I'm not going to pick up any more until we know what's happening, because I'm not somebody who generally wants to read an unfinished series. The other fun find I had was 4 volumes of Dengeki Daisy. So I did get Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this, and I'm just so excited about it. I love reading some of the older series from Shoujo Beat, and I do remember reading Beastmaster, so it's gonna be a fun time. This is an orphaned schoolgirl, and she ends up helping somebody with chores around the school because she broke a window. So this will be really interesting and fun. But yeah, I picked these up. All right, let's move on to the Barnes & Noble portion, which is massive, okay? I will say this here. I spent about $50 over my budget that I'd originally planned, which I'm okay with because I picked up a lot of things that I know I wanted to keep reading and I know I really liked. So again, still better than last year. Last year when Shay visited, I bought a lot of manga. I still bought a lot, but I did go over budget a little bit. But I should be okay because I don't think in February I'm really spending much on manga, and my budgets don't roll over, but I do feel like it'll level set a little bit because of that. Are you further away? Yes, because I have my tote of books. Let's start here. I did get A Man and His Cat volumes 1 and 3 at Barnes. I'm gonna have to find volume 2 at some point, but that's no big deal. I also got My Secret Affection volume 2. These are all gonna be in no particular order. I picked up the manga adaptation of Bride of the Barrier Master. I do want to read the light novel, but I figure I'll read the manga and see if I like it to help get a feel for where I am. Another favorite, Sailor Moon volume 5. Of course I picked this up. I'm literally sticking it with my Sailor Moons right now. I collect every Sailor Moon re-release basically because I'm a nerd and I don't have originals and I'm never gonna have originals, so like it's just a thing I love and it's fine. I also got another BL, which is Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher. I was like Tender Teacher. I'm really excited for this one. It sounds really cute. Everything I've heard about it, it's adorable. I also picked up 10 Count volume 1 because I really want to read this. I've heard it's really messy. We'll see if I like it. This is a BL I'm like super unsure of if I'll like or not, but if I do, I think I'm gonna really like it. I do love mess. I also finished out my Lovesick Ellie collection, so I have volumes 11 and 12. I'm possibly gonna do a vlog where I read the whole series now, but I've read a little bit of it and I really liked it, so I'm excited to have the full series to just kind of like marathon. Next, I did pick up Bite Maker 9. This is a series that I may end up trading into McKays once I'm done with it or selling on Pango, but for now I'm left curious enough that I really do want to finish it out. I also have After We Gazed at the Starry Sky, not stars. This is another BL. We have a wheelchair user as one of the love interests, and I'm just really curious about how this one's gonna go. On the sapphic front, or Yuri, we have I Married My Female Friend Volume 1. This is from the creator of Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, so I'm very excited for it. I have Volume 3 of Cat and Gamer, which just came out. This has been a really slow release, and we're not really getting great updates on when they're coming out, but I was happy to see it out finally. Then we have the final volume, I think, or almost final volume. Either way, we have the next volume in one of my favorites, McKays. So this is Volume 8. I'm really excited to read this one ASAP. I also picked up Don't Call It Mystery, Volumes 3 and 4. Since these are more expensive bind-ups, I knew this was a good time for me to pick up at least the next set so I can read 1 and 2 quickly and then determine my feelings on the series. Another favorite thing, I love vampires and paranormal stuff, so I did get Volumes 2 and 3 of My Dear Curse Casting Vampiress. This is going to be a disaster, and I mean, this cover is chaotic, so I'm really pumped to read these. I do have 3 to read, so I'm probably either going to do, we'll talk about it at the end. Y'all are going to tell me what you want. Next, I have Something's Wrong With Us, Volume 18, so this is the next little side story that we got, so I'm excited to see where that goes. I also picked up Usatogi Rhetoric 3 and 4, or 4 and 5, not 3 and 4, 4 and 5, so I need to get caught up on the series sooner than later, because I'm now 4 behind, and my rule this year is kind of trying to stay no more than 3 behind on a series. But honestly, being current is the real goal, so that's gonna kick my butt into gear. Same thing here with Spy Family Volume 10. I was missing it, and I felt like it was okay. So I just felt like it was a good idea to pick it up now. I do need to get caught up on Spy Family though. Then we have, of course, one of my favorites, Cheeky Brat Volume 9, which just came out. We also have 2 more of this series that I really can't wait to get caught up on either, which is Honey Lemon Soda. I'm currently 3 behind, so I have Volumes 3 and 4 here. Next, we also have Mint Chocolate, another series I'm like 2 behind on. So I got Mint Chocolate Volume 9. I'm so surprised at how many of my shojos I have that are like 8, 9 in volume right now. It's just really exciting. For a long time, it felt like there were either really, really long running series that I was not caught up on, or this. I also picked up Dragon Knight's Beloved Volume 6. So I'm officially caught up to release on that one, and definitely reading more sooner than later. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 21, which I've already read, so that's a great one to just be able to throw up on my shelves. No TBR edition. Cherry Magic Volume 6. Like I said, I picked up 8 for a reason when I saw it. Cinderella's Closet Volume 3, another one I would figure. I have 3. I can do a try 3. I can do whatever. I also have I Can't Refuse S Volume 2, another one I'm really excited for. I do love steamship titles. I love trying them, so I knew it was a good option. Then the last 2 things we have are pre-orders that showed up to my house that I ordered during one of the mini Barnes & Noble sales, and that is Yakuza Lover Volume 11 and Blood on the Tracks Volume 15. Literally walked downstairs post filming the haul and realized I forgot 2 books. So I also picked up, of course, Yakuza, well, that is upside down. Oh my god. Yakuza Fiancé 6 and Ladies on Top Volume 5. So that's the other 2 Barnes & Noble pickups I had. Yeah, that's everything. All right, now for real, back to future me. All right, y'all, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that haul. Let me know what in that haul you want me to prioritize for that Volume 1 vlog I just talked about. And also, let me know what your favorite manga read of January was. Did you read anything like extra spectacular that I need to add to my TV? If you made it this far, let me know your favorite manga that you read in the month of January. If you don't do that, leave me a star emoji per May. She just literally FaceTimed me mid wrap up. I will have links for everything I talked about down below, as well as links to be my friend anywhere on the internet. I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away.